That's a carcass.
Yeah,
I'm planning to drink this water. It's an early morning near Woodside, Utah. We walk over to the Price River. We sit down, shut up, and enjoy the ride. That was just a little too close. After Long Canyon Rapid, it stayed pretty swift and fun for the next little while. But 3 of the 4 of us would end up in the river before the end of the Big Little Drop. Alright, this is the clip where I took a swim. Honestly, I think I was just a little distracted because we could see another group up ahead, and I was like paying attention to what they were doing instead of what I was doing, and well, I found this hole. Before I could react, I got flipped. I tried to hang onto my paddle, but it got wrenched out of my hands on something under the water. When I came up, I was thinking, dang, my boat's going faster than I am. And wasn't sure if I should try to go for the boat or for the shore. Kind of waffled in between the two for a second, and all the while reminding myself to keep my feet up, because the bottom of this river would be bad news if you got a foot stuck. With my feet up and in front of me, I actually kind of landed on a big boulder for a second, and after stalling for a second, I was tempted to stand up, but then I saw that the other group had pulled off, and I decided to make landfall over by them. It looked like some of them kinda tried to get my boat, but by this point, Nick was already paddling backwards trying to grab my boat for me. So, hoping that one of my crew would be able to get my boat, I went ahead and got myself out of the river. Nick actually had my boat for a moment, but then trying to manage both boats through an obstacle, he ended up flipping, and suddenly our crew has 2 boats being swept down the river. I hustled down the bank and was relieved to see that everyone was okay, and amazed to find that Steve had somehow recovered both boats and my paddle. This whole thing happened just upriver of the Big Little Rapid, so after a little break we stepped back out, and now you'll see it's Court's turn to get stuck in a hole and flip. From scouting it, we had planned to go left of the big table rock and then try to go in between the next 2 rocks. But Court never made it past the table rock before he got stuck. I'm pretty sure Nick saved Court from flipping as he went by, but I'm kinda glad Court flipped before I got there because I would've just ran right into him. This was another pretty scary place to be in the water, lots of obstacles to avoid, but I figured we should get ourselves out of the hazards and then help Court, which is what we did. It proved kind of tough with no good eddies to pull over, but eventually we got Court back in his boat and all went well the rest of the trip.
There's a blue heron up here. Yeah, there it goes. Yeah, cool.
All right, we finished a little ahead of schedule, and a few of us took some swimmers. Nick only really took a swimmer because he was trying to get my boat from when I took a swimmer. Court got trapped in a hole, kind of like I did. His was bigger though. And that about sums it up. Yeah, it's like a beach, but instead of like an ocean, it's a river.